Welcome to the oh my god, to the video. I'm Leanne. You guys know me as lemongacha, and I don't know, I rarely show my face in videos, but I thought like it would be a good time if I made a vlog of my final project for my fashion illustration class. You guys are like, we know you like fashion illustration. Yeah, this video will just be going through some good stuff. I have some rough ideas down that I didn't film, but I was working on those like on and off for 4 days. So my theme this time will be flowers. I've done a lot of like floral themes in the past with like my AP project. Oh, I have some of my pieces here from that just because I wanted to draw inspiration. So there's that. And then I also did flower, like, well, my photography project was called Flower Power. More of like flowers in that. That one had to do with like social media, but this time I'm trying to connect to the stuff I enjoyed as a child. So fairies were like the biggest part of like my creative inspiration when I was little. So I thought it'd be really cool if I incorporated like some fairy like elements into the clothing, but also like some floral elements just to like keep that theme going because change is terrifying. Yeah, I'm gonna switch you over so you can look at some of my drawings so far and then some of the materials I've sourced, since I have to do like all the things like trims, notions, fabrics. I will take you along for that. So please sit tight and enjoy the video. Grab some water. Whenever I'm watching Lee Alexson's vlog, she's always like, grab some water. I'm like, I love that. So please grab some water and enjoy. I'll be popping back in later. So like I said before, this is all floral inspired, and here are just my rough drafts. Yeah, I started with something more complicated and then I worked my way into more like schoolgirl, casual inspired dresses, and pretty much this is like all my brainstorming and stuff. Okay, so I'm here in the lab alone because it's a Friday afternoon. It is like 3:30 and I'm waiting for these petri dishes to dry so I can put them away in the fridge. So my boss left. I'm just sitting here. I was like, I might as well film an update. So you saw what? Okay, so you saw one of the days I was at work, and then I was also working on more of the digital line art, which I probably included the time lapse, I hope. Maybe I'll include the time lapse here. Maybe if I sit like here, then you can watch the time lapse while you're listening, so it's not boring. So still working on the line art. I'm planning to finish that today, and then hopefully today or tomorrow I can go to Staples and get it printed out. So after I finish my line art, I will get it printed at like a lower opacity, and then I'll start coloring it traditionally. Are these plates dry? When will these be dry? When will I be free? Because after this, I'm going to source fabrics, which I was actually supposed to do earlier, but I think I'm like in an early enough stage that it's still fine. Not wearing makeup today because I'm on this acne treatment and my skin is flaking, so I had to wear 2 masks because the silk one feels good on my skin, but also it's really thin, so I was like, I need to put this over it. Oh, do you want to see what I did to the autoclave? You probably want to see that. Okay, so the brand is Tuttenauer or something, but we decided to make it Buttonauer because butts are really funny. And seriously, from far away, that looks so real. Dry. That one's dry, but all the ones in the center are still wet. You guys, I finally got my stuff printed after like many troubles, so let me show you. Look how good they look. Oh my gosh, the stress I went through. But now I can finally like do this. This looks good. I'm crying. Okay. Look how nice. They're not in order, but this is sickening. I'm gagged. Okay. Okay. The update today is that I got my stuff printed and I'm still at work waiting for some science stuff. I have an astronomy final to take today, but after that I'll be working on like the technical flats, and then hopefully the next 2 days I will be coloring and finalizing everything. I'll probably also do a little coloring tonight. I'll figure out how to get my flats onto the paper. I also have to make a thing called a line brochure, but that will be okay since I'll have everything done, and then I'll just need to format. So we're not exactly in the home stretch, but we've got a good chunk done. Oh, outfit check. Hello, it's about time for a voiceover. So this is day 8. I am working on like my little details. So like the little trims and notions that I need to have on my clothes. Here I'm just assembling like the little pearl charm that reminds me of hydrangeas and the glass leaf beads. Just using some gold. Oh my gosh, I just forgot what they were called, like the rings to hook them together. And I'm going to put them in those little dishes. They're actually petri dishes. Not going to disclose where I got them, but you can probably guess. And so that's all I'm going to be doing, filling up little petri dishes with beads and sequins. So this one was actually very aesthetic. Now that we're starting on the coloring, I think it's a great time to talk about the printing tea that I have. So it was Friday. It was Friday. I went into Staples and I was like, hey, I have my mixed media 11 by 14 paper. Would you print out these 5 images I have on my thumbnail? And they were like, ooh, 11 by 14? We can't do that. And I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Because I called you guys on the phone and you guys said, yeah, we can do that. And they were like, oh, we can do that, but only if the manager is here to reprogram the printer. And I was like, so when's the manager going to be here? And they were like, the manager already left because it's Friday and they take the weekends off, so they'll be in on Monday. I was like, 3 days of work? I cannot lose 3 days of work because I totally forgot that I had like other parts of this project to do. So I was like, oh my gosh, like what's going to happen now? So I stood there in the Staples for like 20 minutes by the printing desk, like thinking about what to do, and then I left. But then you saw the clip where I finally got them printed. So it was all good in the end. Also, this is the clip where I realized I printed on vellum and the ink doesn't dry for a while, and I was cutting it and it got all over my hands and it smudged. So I slapped it in my sketchbook. It said test print. It smudged, but the size was good. So there's that. I'm gonna go over the materials again real quick. I don't know if anybody's like a repeat watcher, but if you watch my videos a lot, I pretty much use the same materials in all of them. So again, the Copics, they are very expensive, I gotta say that, but I haven't bought any new ones. These are just the ones I've collected, and all the colors work for me, so that's good. Muji 0.5 multicolored gel pens. I can't find it on their website anymore, or if I can find it, it's like sold out, so that sucks. Using highlighters, so mild liners, and then those are like on the side. I have Prismacolor colored pencils that I snatched from my old high school teacher, and then just to borrow, I didn't steal them. And then right now I'm using the Papermate Flare pens, and again the Muji gel pens. I also used like Rose Art colored pencils and Blick brand colored pencils. Is that it? I used a bit of white ink and gouache as well, in case you guys wanted to know. Okay, well, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the coloring, and I'll see you later. This place is a mess, but progress. The colors are a bit different than I planned, but I'm sure that'll be okay. Sorbet was on sale, so I'm gonna eat some and take a break. Hi there, bet you weren't expecting another voiceover. This is right when I finished my line brochure. My professor explained it basically like if you were presenting this collection for real in real life and you had an audience, this is what you would hand out at the beginning to let them have like a sneak peek of what's to come. So I did that, and what's coming up, my intro card as well as the line brochure digital file. So that's just like the files, the pictures there.
Yeah, I did mine on Illustrator.
It's final collection time, so I don't really have the space to lay everything out like I did in class, but I'm sure there was some like shaky footage of my whole collection laid out, but I'll just show you. So this is my intro card. It just shows the color palette. Oh crap, it shows my full name. I'll probably like blur that out. My like demographics are here. So it's for women. Actually, it's for everyone, but we wanted to like specify a specific category. And then I said ages 15 to 20, it's colorful, and it's for special occasions. So love that. And then we have this line brochure, which I think you already saw, but I think it was kind of bad lighting, so you're gonna look at it again. This is hell to tie. So, and it's hell to like untie, especially with one hand. Like, okay, so it goes like that, and then bam. Oh no, not a bam. Okay, yeah. So, oh, it's kind of bent. Oh well. So, there's them. Turns out I like colored this wrong on the actual drawing, but hopefully nobody noticed that. So, line brochure. Very cool. Ah! Let me just throw that aside. Okay, now let's get to the main stuff. So, this is the first look. This is like a kimono inspired wrap, and it's supposed to be a little sheer, and then it'll have sequins sewn on it. And this one's based on the cherry blossom. There's the color palette. There's like a pleated dress underneath, because like pleated skirts, I really love the look of those, and it's kind of schoolgirl, and I wanted this collection to be kind of like innocent and childish, but also like very beautiful at the same time. Exaggerated bow detail, so you can see there. So that is the first. Second is based off of Wisteria. I actually have these shoes in real life and I wore them to my presentation. They're very comfortable. Anyway, this is the second one, Wisteria. So that's the color palette. And then there will be like a sleeveless blouse with a Peter Pan color, and then like a jumper dress kind of. You can see like there. And then probably they'll wear a petticoat underneath, but it'll be box pleated. And then the bow is removable. I wanted it to be like, you can put on the bow with snaps if you want to like have something special and like dress up, but then you can take it off for casual wear, although this doesn't look very casual. So that's the second one. The third one, this I want to have like really pretty gold chain with like pearl detail on it. It doesn't have to be real pearls, but I think that would be really pretty. Just like sort of symbolizing, I'm representing like rain, because hydrangeas are a rainy season flower and I want to show that. Just like a simple dress, and like the main feature are the puff sleeves with the flowers, and that would actually be made out of this fabric, which is like both of these to add like texture, and it changes in the light, so it's like teal and lavender and a little bit of pink. So I think that would be really pretty. Hydrangea color palette. I love her little headscarf. She looks very happy. Hi, girl. Okay, fourth. We have, this one's, I think, one of the most complicated ones. It's based off of a hollyhock. So that's kind of like the stem part. Is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called. And then the flower part. So the top of this, it would be a high neck, and there would be a sheer like chiffon maybe, or voile. I don't know how you say it. I'm a fool, okay? So that part would be on the top, as you can see, and there would be like a very subtle like heart-shaped neckline, and then the puffy sleeves and like the puffy bottom. You can see that there would be a zipper on the back. It would look like this, and then here's this, which is what you would wear on the outside. I have this ruffly ribbon here. Let me show you my trims now, because this is a good time for it. So my trims, I have this ruffly ribbon, this green stuff, and then this, which was very hard to put on the card, so I just left it like this. So that would be the ruffly trim. And then you in the front you would see this, which is very like reminiscent of like the thing that holds the flower. And then the back is like more play on that like bow motif. And yeah, it would just fit like this. I don't know, I really like this one. People are like, one of my friends was like, this looks like something Cardcaptor Sakura would wear, and I was like, yes, it does. So you would be able to tie it in the back. Yeah. Okay, last one. I realized why I wasn't like super happy with this is because I did the skirt wrong. So another rainy season flower, which is why I did the gold chain thing again. The thing around her waist, I kind of drew it at the wrong size, but it would be this, which definitely looks like hydrangeas, or like any kind of flower center, which I thought was very cool. So this is kind of like a corset, and more play on the bow stuff. So that would tie around, and that's the back view. It would be able to lace up at the bottom. I do not know if this is technically like possible, but it does look very convincing, like with the boning and everything. So more of like the 3-point stuff that you saw with this girl. And the skirt can be worn separately or together. So I really wanted to have pieces that you could wear casually, but also if you wore them together, it'd be like, yay, special occasion moment. So based off of a Morning Glory and the color palette. So that is the main part of my collection. And then I have all of this little stuff. So my trims. I hate that this doesn't stay. I have my special fabrics, like a zipper. This would be the color that like I use on most of them, just because the pink goes really well with everything. My fabrics, some of which I can source, but most of which I could. And then I have the fabric content on the back. Bam. Oh, I also have something else. Running. Okay, so I put it in this little box for traveling's sake. Unboxing video. Okay, but you already saw these, right? I'm just gonna show you again. I was like, you already saw these, right? Well, you're gonna see them again. Okay, so these are like the little gold star charms that would be hanging off the chains, like here. And then these are the star sequins for that first look. Let me show you again in case you forgot. So this, like these, that's what they would be sewn onto it. And then these are the pearls. This is all stuff I already had at home, so I just tried to incorporate it because sis is not, you know, like overflowing with money. These are like little beads that could be put on as decoration on the skirts on different layers. And this, I literally put this together. You probably saw that in the video. So this is cute. I actually want to make earrings out of this. Probably only with one leaf, because 2 leaf is like a lot. But this is very cute. These would be sewn on as well. So love that. This one's kind of heavy, so it's staying in the bottom. And it also really doesn't fit in this like petri dish, because this wasn't meant for... Anyway. Putting these back on. Okay. Next thing is my buttons. Now I don't feel like taking this off. Okay, I guess I'm taking it off. Oh, I just ripped it. Okay. No, but these are some buttons that could potentially be used. I have cover buttons, flower shape buttons. I have gold ones because most of my accents are gold. And then some buttons that match my color palette. And these are all stuff. These are all stuff. These are all buttons that I had at home. So, a good time. Truly. So that is my whole collection. That was very chaotic because I had to do everything with one hand. But I hope you got like a good sense of what's going on. Here, we can look at these again while I talk. So my teacher was like, hey, Leanne, I really want to use yours as an example. And because I'm a fool, I said, really? And she was like, yes, can you please chill and be like, okay with your art? I was like, ah. But yeah, she wants to use it as an example for her students next semester. And I was like, queen, love that for me. So I hope people will like this, because I worked very hard on this. I pushed myself to the brink of insanity almost, but I did finish. Anyway, let's go to the outro now. Bye. Okay, so this has been a lot because I just finished my presentation. Like, I went in to class and then I did the whole thing. I laid everything out and I have everything, but it was like, I don't know, I was so stressed. I don't know if I mentioned this in the video, but the day I finished coloring all of my stuff, like, I looked at them all together and it was just like, I was so disappointed for some reason, and I thought it was like so bad that I just cried for an hour, and then I spent 1 hour thinking like, can I redo this project like at this stage? Because somehow, like, when I planned out the colors digitally and then like I colored it traditionally and it did not turn out the way I wanted it to, so I was just like so disappointed. I don't know, I think like my expectations are way too high for myself, and like, since this was my final project, I wanted it all to be perfect, and I was just like so let down. So I kind of had like I don't know if you would call it a panic attack. I don't want to like brand it like that, but I like snapped mentally. I was just like, I can't do this. Maybe it was just like the stress or the expectations I set for myself, but this is supposed to be like a chill outro. Now I'm just like, listen, this is what happened to me. So I had that, and I was like, if I just go to bed and I wake up in the morning, like maybe it'll look fine in the morning. And then in the morning, it was still bad. I was like, I cannot deal with this. It just looked like something looked so off about it, you know? I was like, I should have done this and I should have done this. And so I cried again in the morning. But then I had to go into work, and I was running on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Not a good time. I was there like spaced out, and then I went home early. So sorry to my boss. But, you know, I went home early and then finished up the whole presentation. I finished up the whole project. So now I'm here. I finished. I probably like inserted the clips before this, since this is the outro, so you guys probably saw that already. It was fine. It was literally fine. I went to class. I had like a cute outfit. I'll insert a picture here if I can get one. And it was totally fine. I don't know why I was so stressed. I mean, like, now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, it wasn't that big of a deal, but to me, like, somehow my expectations were super high for myself, and that just, it really like gets me sometimes, because all the people in my class are like fashion majors and stuff, and since I'm not, I'm like, I already feel kind of like an imposter. So imposter syndrome, probably. I'm like, they're gonna figure out I'm a fraud. Like, if these colors don't look cohesive together, and like colors are the only thing I'm known for, then I'm going to, like, I don't know, I was just like, I'm gonna be doomed. But it was fine. I don't know, I really get in my own head about stuff like that. So I don't know if anybody has felt like that before, but I wanted to share because I think this whole video made it look like it was so like fun and easy, but it was actually like pretty stressful and hard. But like, I did enjoy it, and like the outcome, even though it wasn't what I expected, it was also fine. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know how long it is. I have like so much footage. But like, once I was getting to crunch time, like last night, I just didn't film that much. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the process, and yeah, I'll be doing a sketchbook tour soon, because I have one more page left to fill, and then I'll do a tour on that. So thank you for watching. Sorry for just like venting about what happened to me, but crazy. Oh, my posture is so bad. I literally should be sitting like this, and I'm just like, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. I'm gonna get my second vaccine shot today. Gang gang. Can I get a Yahoo?